Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Cover the Spread here for Thursday, May 29th, 2025. Hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Make sure you subscribe. And hey, flip on those notification bell if you'd like. That way you get notified when this video drops and you don't miss out on the best of the number with us. And hey, as always, we get the camera, see how they're doing, and then we get to the picks. Hey, give us a thumbs up as well. Greatly appreciated. Head on over to Ramon. How you doing here on this Thursday, Ramon?
Hey, real good, Rod. Ready for more sports betting action here on Cover the Spread. We've got our basketball games. We're running out. Don't leave us basketball, but we'll be fine because we got the baseball winners as well here today on Cover the Spread.
Definitely, we got some baseball to try to knock it out of the park here on Thursday. Well, hello, Al. How are you doing here on this Thursday, Al?
Doing good. So far, so good this week. We're Wednesday pending, so hopefully we keep rolling along and looking to keep rolling through Thursday and beyond. So let's stay on.
As they say, let's continue to get us winners. Continuing to cover the spread. Let's head on over to the Diamond to get us started here on the Thursday action. First game we're looking at, we got the Atlanta taking on the Phillies. This is Ramon's game. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Atlanta or Philadelphia on Thursday?
Yeah, we got a pretty decent pitching matchup here with Chris Sale going up against Christopher Sanchez. Sale just 2-3 with a 3.36 ERA. Sanchez is 4-1 here. Braves were shut out in the opener of this series back on Tuesday, but here on Thursday, I'm going to look for a little bit of series history with the two and the Braves matchup with Christopher Sanchez. I mean, you look at this lineup, they have some pretty big numbers against Sanchez. Albies, Riley, Acuna, Ozuna combined 13 for 27 against Sanchez. And you got Matty Olson, also a couple of home runs off of Sanchez here. So in what looks to be a relatively evenly matched game, I'm going to end up taking the Braves here on the road over the Phillies. Yeah, Sale did face the Phillies back in April and did get roughed up a little bit, but he didn't walk anybody. He had 5 strikeouts. So Sanchez has had a little bit of a rough past against the Braves, not only with those batters, but really hasn't beaten them in a couple of years. So I'm going to take the Braves here in this one on the road over the Phillies on Thursday.
And on over now, what do you like here in this one? Atlanta or Philadelphia here on Thursday?
Yeah, I like Chris Sale here. I think he is the better starter. As Ramon said, Sanchez putting up some pretty good numbers as well, but I think just Sale is the guy I would go with myself. And with Acuna back in the lineup, I think you got to give the Braves a shot here with Sale starting. I'll stick to the first 5 just to give a different look here. I'll take the Braves in the first 5 to get it done with their starter over Sanchez and leave it up to the bullpen. So I'm still like them to get the job done full game, but I'll make my pick on the first 5.
And for me here in this one, I'm looking at you know what I think we get an under here in this one. Sanchez, hey, he's not been. You look at his numbers; they've come against some questionable teams, so I think that's why his recency over his last 5, they look like it's like, ooh, look at this guy, he's been rolling right along. Well, he's only been giving up 2 to 3 earned runs, but one of those was against the Rays back at the start of May when the Rays were slumping and couldn't even hit a beach ball. So he looked real good in that one. Against the Rockies, he still gave up 5 hits in that one, and escaped, I'd say, with only giving up 3 runs in that one. And his last time out against the Athletics, he gave up 7 hits in that one and only gave up 2 runs, 3 walks. So kind of escape jobs is what we've seen from Sanchez. So I'll lean with Atlanta with you, but I think we get an under here in this one. I think he does enough to hold down the Atlanta bats. And then Chris Sale, he's looking for a bounce back because he's already seen Philadelphia once and got roughed up a little. Went 4.2 innings, gave up 9 hits in that one, 5 earned runs and a home run. So he's looking for a bounce back against Philadelphia here, and I think he gets it. So I like the under in this one. As you look head to head, 7-3 to the under last 10 between these two teams. Braves 6-3-1 their last 10 to the under. Philadelphia, they trend to the under as well. So give me the under there in that one. Let's head on to the next game we got of the Diamond covering here on Thursday. And let's look at these Blue Jays. Blue Jays hosting the Athletics. Here in this one, they opened up the park benches downtown Toronto. They got a nice place to sleep, do the homeless. So they're doing good there. Well, not doing good because it doesn't even matter where they're playing. They haven't been playing good baseball at all. Struggling since the good start that they had on the road, almost back to an even 50-50 on the road are these Athletics. And the Blue Jays, they do play their better ball at home. And with Barrios on the mound, I think you got to give the pitcher's edge to the Blue Jays there in that one against Jeffrey Springs. Springs has been like hit or miss. His last few, I'll give it to him. He's pitched half decent. Goes about 5 innings. He gets up about 5 hits per start. He get in trouble with the walk, and he can definitely give up the long ball as well. As Jeffrey Springs, they remember him from his time with the Rays. He pitched pretty well with the Rays at that time, but I think the Rays had a better offense a couple years back when he was pitching with the Rays. The Blue Jays here in this one. I know Barrios hasn't pitched great over his last few, but here in this one against the Athletics, he loves to get up against the Athletics. The last time he faced them, he went 7 innings, 6 hits, and only 1 earned run, and that 1 earned run was a home run. I think he gets some run support for a change, and the Blue Jays get the win. I'll take the Blue Jays on the run line to snag the win here on Thursday. Let's head on over to Al to get us started here in this one. Athletics or Blue Jays here on Thursday. What do you like?
As you mentioned, I think I'd like the Blue Jays to get going here, and I think most of the Athletics' woes have come from their pitching rather than their offense. So I think they can get to Barrios a little bit too. Of course, that offense didn't really show up last night, but on Tuesday. But expect them to do better here, and I don't think they'll always be held to just 1 run. So expect them to get a couple here off Barrios, who has been pretty good, but not perfect. He's been giving up a couple runs here and there, and expect the Blue Jays to do most of the heavy lifting here. But I'll go with the over in this one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? The Athletics or the Blue Jays on Thursday?
Yeah, guys, for sure here with the A's. Maybe they could put the A's in the old exhibition stadium, Rod. That could be a nice little home for them for a couple of weeks there, and maybe they could host the series with the Jays. So let me take a look at this one, though, with Barrios going. He did go under in his last 2 starts in this one. 3-2 and 2-1 losses, close games. I know Al wants to take the over here, but I'm going to go heads up with him here. Toronto came into this series 7 unders in their last 10 games. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two have gone under. So Barrios did have an appearance last August against the A's. He did go 7 innings, looked pretty good, 8 Ks, 6 hits, and 1 earned run. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under in the game. Go heads up with my man Al here. Both pitchers, I think, or at least Barrios has lost his last 3 starts. So give me the under, though. I'll go with against Al here. A's and Jays on Thursday.
Hey, that wraps up the baseball. Heading on over to the hardwood to cover some basketball action. We got the Pacers into MSG for this one. This is Al's game. He's going to get us started here in this one. Pacers or Knicks Thursday night.
Yeah, I don't see much reason to switch our tune in this one. I mean, we've been riding the Pacers all series long, and I think they've been the better team. They've definitely proved it. They're up 3-1, winning that game 130 to 121 in Indiana. Now back in New York, of course, but we're getting 5 points with the Pacers. So now the one loss they did take in the series was by 6 points, but all these games have been fairly close. And again, the Pacers have been the better team down the stretch. So I'll take the points with the Pacers. I already personally have them on the money line to round up some DGen parlays of mine, but I think there's value on the money line as well. But make my pick here on the 5 points with the Pacers. I think they can keep it well within a possession.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Pacers or Knicks?
Well, can't stop going with the Pacers, I guess. Here, maybe they'll cover the spread and they won't win. But I mean, I'm on this team to win this series. So let me go to the total here, though. I think that's been clear from the outset. So that'd be too easy to roll again with the Pacers. But look, the way it's going, I don't think the Knicks know what they're doing. They did it again last night. Ended up in a high score. Hey, we can play with the Pacers. All right, let's just try to outscore these guys. And we're the Knicks. We can score 130 on them. Look, the Pacers have averaged 119 points in their last 10 here in the playoffs, and they've allowed 116. Be fair. And look, the Knicks maybe thought they had their chance, right? But it just felt like when they were down there early on to them, I was telling some guys, hey, I'd rather, if were the Knicks, I'd rather be down 28-18 rather than 38-28 after the end of the first quarter. I think they actually had over 40 points in the first quarter, did the Pacers in that last game on Tuesday night. So Pacers are 10-3 in their last 13 on the road. 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two have gone over, and I don't think the Knicks can figure it out to get them to slow down a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be a detriment to them in the end to try to just barely, win this game, much less cover. But I'm going to take the over one more time here with the Pacers and the Knicks. I say one more time, I'll give the Knicks a shot, but I'll take it anyways over on Thursday night.
One more time. For me, looking at this game here, you know what? I'm going to take the Pacers here. Al likes the points. I don't like the points. I'm going to take the money line here in this one. I think this is all over. If he didn't do it, then I will. Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye, Knicks. You had yourself a good season. You got to beat up on a beat up Boston Celtics squad that was injured. Congratulations, you got yourself to the conference finals here, and wasn't so good. At home, you've been awful in this in this series. 2-0 already have been the Pacers in MSG. Why not make it 3-0 coming into New York to snag the win here in this one? 5-1 straight up in these playoffs on the road have been the Pacers, and scoring wise, hitting 48% of their field goals are these Pacers out on the road. When you look at what the Knicks shooting has done, we know they can't keep up. So they got to try to play some sort of defensive game. They're not keeping up here in this one. No chance. Got to take the Pacers on the money line to end this series here in this one. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you here on Cover the Spread. Hey, let us know in the comment section what do you think of these 3 games we got rolling here to it's like a pre-Friday Eve here to Cover the Spread before we head right back into the weekend. Man, the week flew by. That's right, because it was a short week after our long weekend. Do a quick little recap before we head on out here on the Thursday slate. First game we looked at, we got the Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Ramon's game, take the Atlanta Braves here in this one. Next game we looked at, we got the Athletics taking on the Blue Jays in this spot, and I like the Blue Jays here in Barrios. I think they beat up on the Athletics there. I'm going to take them on the run line to win by 2+ at home. And then we got the Pacers taking on the Knicks. Al's game. I think we're all in agreement, though, on this spot as it is, because somebody in the comment section is going to say that we're in agreement on this game anyways. So it is what it is. Take the Pacers plus the points. And as Al alluded to, he's got some in his DGen parlays as well on the money line. So you can see we're all. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in here at Cover the Spread. As always, what are we doing here? Ramon did it yesterday, so I get to do it today. We're here at Cover the Spread.
Cover the Spread.